trick for your mind, but time don't rewind. Don't get drunk, no wine. Just live your party time. Sipping on some tea, smoking on some green. But baby, only for your love I'm a fiend. Simple and clean, I do not bullshit. Godfather, motherfucker, drippy jam, no, the pilot flew. Bet you they ain't got a clue of what I'm about to do. Same as always, salsa in my brain. I just maintain this. I'm saying,
Shit, you know, shade man, our daily rituals and spells. You know, as a witch or a wizard, male or female. Um, shit, hell no. Shit, saying so. You ready for this? You know, this time you always, you always gotta be ready, regardless. But it is like if you just going on about in the world and you don't know, like you may know what time it is because of the day, what you know, if it's day or night, but you may not be fully focused on the broader theme of things, on the broader scale of things. So if you're ever gonna do anything in life, period, and always just make sure it should always work out as long as your intent is pure with anything. So never just trying to, you not trying, but you left to no other position but the position of breaking down information, like teaching, because that's what people are are in are was yearning for, or what it's they need of, or something that always feeds their mind, feeds their brain, give them some food for thought, give them some that's worth more than a million any jewels or gems or jewelry, whatever the fuck y'all like, you know, that always comes first. Your mentality, because that could be your future, and you don't always you infinitely no one knows what the fuck your future holds, but you can make an idea, you can make an exception, which brings me to my point. Speaking of our visions, communicating of, so that's the only, because I'm only willing to talk or communicate with anybody that's aware of their non-bodies, aware of those bodies that are like shit, like thin air. They're like, it's like the same way they be making up narratives or little things in the world that, you know, you get caught into a conundrum or you don't know whether to believe it or not. So you just, you know what I'm saying, it's left to perish if you don't, and don't always mean actually disappear physically, but you could mentally be gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, well, when you have a goal in mind, or a goal, or like dreams and stuff like that, like, uh, you don't. There is no other around. There's no other point. Other. It's only planet. It's only look. Yeah, yeah. Cause I use everything like a bitch. You know, I don't know. Yeah, everything's like your point. It's like your center of attention, your focus. So as long you're always striving to up, not obtain, but it's small in percentage level. It's a percentage thing too, where it's like, well, you're not always conscious or fully aware uh, that you're trying to do it. Sometimes because of the way of the world and things, it makes you want to like be in certain mental states because of what everybody grows up watching and stuff. Makes you think, oh, I'm saying, so this world leaves you with no room for you to make up your own way of creating and envisioning things to bring down to the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, the mental world, where you can have. I'm saying they don't ever want to leave y'all with room to breathe, with for you to know what you can start, because then you start being a creator of the world, uh not just what gives its energy to whoever says, oh look, this is what we're creating. You have a say so, you have a and that's just a space you reach once you reach a certain level of awareness or space. I'm saying you're in a more responsible space where God, and when I say God, I'm just talking about everything that makes up like the old every, because you're not responsible for everything. For everybody's playing their part. Everybody's playing their piece down to the wherever grass, water, space, pocket you're fucking surrounded by, aka the nature or trees or grass blades or whatever. It all makes up a part of the body. Wherever location, time, and where, wherever you located at in time space, like a coordinate, which is only defined by your energy, your thoughts and feelings, what you're emitting. That's a zero circumference space, a nothing, a zero, a shapeless, formless, odorless gas. I don't know why people over here come on this channel thinking that somebody over here is for or against religion. It ain't none of it's. You gotta see the truth in everything. You gotta be able to slip through every little crack of anything. As a spirit, you're not limited by this shape and form. You can do things you ain't never in like, but you can't be down here only looking at like, for example, always looking at LeBron, and you trying to shoot the ball. You also trying to be like a basketball player or whatever, and you trying to shoot a ball just like LeBron. Man, you got to find your own way of it, and it's like it, in the world, it teaches you to like everybody do one thing the exact same way. Like if everybody lay a brick down like this, everybody gotta lay down the brick down like that. It's like it's just which kind of uh kind of what's the word? Like undoes each other, because it's like that's how you got to do it, but the world tells you otherwise. See, but you was never here to. But now I'm not teaching you this. I'm reminding you of us part in yourself, of yourself, for yourself, because you're here, ain't you? You're fucking you ancient mythical Pokemon looking. Damn, man. Damn. Get lonely for a thug out here. Get lonely for a thug out here. You know I've been telling. You know I've been right. You know hey. Yo, I will never leave you alone. Yo, I will never leave you alone. I can do it. I get into it. I get about 30 minutes. I gotta get my clothes out the washing. About 30 minutes. Ooh, so I leave y'all here for a sec. Man, it's my little. And the day, it's just can't even put it into words sometimes. But when you're aligned, you're aligned. Whether you know it, well, you gonna know when you're aligned. It's like shit. It's like God, all possibilities. Where just being here doesn't show you anything different, but the same shit every day, just in a different shape or form. It's crazy. I do that. Go get the other one. I wait for me on here. Yeah, they got around this time. What I don't know. Bells came to my mind, like, because that's at a certain period of time. Yo, they use bells like a motherfucker. That's not just bells. They use everything down here in this world. Someone fucking. And at this point, if you practice it hard enough, you know you can use anything as magic. And when I say magic, don't get spooked out and think I'm talking about levitate. Shit that levitates or whatever. Talking about what you do with your mind, how you can affect somebody, whether physically, well, emotionally, or and physically too. Whatever you do or say to somebody can affect their, their whole day or mood or whatever. That bends in, but you will get you what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? If you doing, you know, something else and everything. It's like you consume mentally. It's like you can either grow your own type food and like fruits, whatever, or you go like when you some like, but when you do it, we go into like it's like shopping for thoughts and whatever fruit you choose to buy or whatever. It's like whatever you're, especially if you're like quote unquote, it's just this is a metaphor. Talking you shopping like it's like being in a mall, or whatever, or a store, or whatever, groceries, or wherever you at. It's just it's like you're paying for that. You're paying for whatever you choose to pay attention to with your mind all day. That's what you're paying for. That's just esoteric currency. Esoteric, I think, just means not physical. So, so, so in all seriousness, one person you should never, ever, ever, ever bullshit or yeah, bullshit is yourself. Understand everybody is humans, but that's like every day it's a new way of thinking patterns and shit. So to the point where you know if I'm saying one thing, but you know how to peep my drift or I see you and I can peep your type stuff. So you create it's like once a bunch of those minds get together, they start creating like which it's already you're working around that because day night time and hours gonna come regardless. But what is y'all gonna do with that? What is y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna come out like the I don't even know like that you could be that some shit that's not even some yet. And that's the first of its kind for the first time and ever in history recorded flesh and bones history. So, every days where the thing even everything affects you. So what even now what you doing right now? Everything's a cycle and things come back around. So you gotta know how to move around. Being in spaces where you think you don't know something or you don't know how to do something, it's just you lying to yourself and making up excuses constantly to not go for it. And you would have never known you're good at it or at something or not if you don't put yourself in a certain space where this information, certain information, you can't even find nowhere. It's like certain you can't find nowhere else on the internet because you're getting fresh off the meat, right? Whatever, fresh off the grill, whatever. Saying get them while they hot looking at us. And that's a little bit. I do throw a little bit of wittiness with things with my how I communicate about myself. Look at me. I see the point. I don't know what it's called, but in astrology, however, I think it's just how Gemini express themselves. Whatever that's called, I think that's just Gemini being in a certain house or whatever. Yo, because this world is not even structured in a certain way where you grow up in school and astrology is just a part of daily life. I mean, it is, but they teach you to you in the way of math, or 1, 2, 3, the time, Well, saying so, you can't be mad at how things is structured, but you can't be blaming though, because it's because your mentality, your space, and your travels that you missed that point. You didn't see that. You didn't see some saying. That's those paths being made again, but you gotta be the participating spirit, the ignite, the one that comes with the torch, with the, and everybody does that. Everybody, I'm talking about everybody. It's just, I'm sure it's plenty of allegories of things like that. How your spirit just be moving. It creates the next shit onto the next, onto the. It could be movies made around certain astrological things and stuff. It probably is thousands, so that's probably all there is to ever. Motherfuckers just keep getting rich for millions of years. And I'm not just making nobody making nothing up. It's just the what makes sense. What logical next thought comes after sitting around thinking real good for certain amounts of time. So yeah, Easter, you know. Look how it plays out in the world. Just from me living every, you know, not being somewhere hating on brands and not stuff like that. But how do they use this time of the year? They advertise the fuck out of Easter on everything. I'm talking about sneaker bars, Reese's. They on anything, man. It might be on soap bottle. Who knows? Easter is make kids go, make kids go out there, hunt for Easter eggs. Look, that's now that I think about it, what I was doing, I just be snapping shit. But that's what I see. That's with my eyes. I can't, But I guess it don't matter what I do or see. The world don't revolve around you, Billy. Bad, bad boy. But always wanted to hear a bad boy, a bad boy, a bad boy. All about, hey, that remember that Juice WRLD song. All about timing, timing, timing. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I remember. Must be some with the spirit that just that bar in that time and in that time frame, and then all flashing back to now. That's not my finger. I don't know why that was subconscious. A lot of time. That is kind of think about it. Maybe what else? Breathing, breathing. That's just like subconscious. You wasn't thinking about you breathing until I told you. Till I just told you now. Think about your breathing. Well, now it's on your mind. Now it's somebody. Mm. I'm gonna check my laundry real quick, y'all. I'll be right back. Yeah, this is how you build your own little kneecaps on kneecap, your little little bone marrow, you know what I'm saying, calcium face, cells, replenish cells. Good one. That's what's up. A finger snap is measured by measurement of time type shit. You know what I'm saying? And everything's just saying how long you been into a certain thought, certain process, certain brain waves and frequencies create that certain type of bone, that certain type of brain, that certain type of flesh, whatever, to be connected to that type of spirit group or race. That conscious cycle. So it's all y'all as one in that specific space. So everybody don't get through that certain consciousness wave or new time and era, then everybody truly not in the new world, which is just you doing the work, and that don't mean you always gonna either. You can it's certain ways of doing certain kinds of stuff where you what you think of work or whatever to others is just how they enjoy themselves, how they it's what they got to give. It's what it's genuinely them. It's not a saying, meaning. The meaning of Sun and Aries. That's just the first house of the zodiac, the spring, around the sun, Easter. Many other languages or whatever got different sounds and hums around that specific time, 6 a.m. Pelican ass gotta get up to go to work or do whatever, however fuck, regardless whether that when the sun, that's what it's called because simply you're in that space whether you like it or not, unless you're out of this, you're either not here no more or you just asleep in a dream or you're not even not fully aware of these um sectors and stuff yet. It's chakras. It's the same. And that's how somebody can really start. That's how you know it's hella that everything's correlated to the same lingual word because it all brings you back to one. Really, it's just you know, what opportunity. It's been I've missed like thousands of opportunities to shit, but I also haven't missed thousands of opportunities. So it's just like yin and yang, everything. You know what I'm saying it's just mm, you create, and in certain spaces you're the one creating certain like it's not even looked at as so you're creating the world, right? That's the hell with that. Like that's just a little triangle daily. It's just always a triangle. It's always a square in the sky. It's always there's orbs in the sky, like spheres. And it looks like you, whatever you're doing at the current, wherever you're, you know. So you just never lose point. You know what I'm saying? Like you know you're not losing your point anyway. So because you are the point. It's you. It's your body. It's your spaceship. Your vessel. Treat it like one. Treat it like Some of you, I get it. It's like, but that don't mean like everybody got up. Not so. Sorry, but I really am talking for everybody. Like, not for everybody. You gotta know how to see through. You know how to see through, man. You gotta see through. So, some things you you gotta watch what you say, what you do. I'm saying sometimes you can't, no matter what is going on. You know you can't be running your mouth faster than your mind. In certain situations, it's alright. It works out in your favor. But you see, that's when you gotta start catching yourself, start catching your. Everybody run around. You know you, your mother is. Your sister is. Your daddy is. Your auntie and uncle and grandmama and aunt, TTs and everything. Pawpaws and mama and everybody, man, cousins and next door neighbors and everybody going clashing around. Some people do got some structure. A lot. Some people more than others and shit. So not in the world and that it's like humans got a thing right now down here. Fuck, I'm gonna speak it in whether some, but that's me right now. Doing a little bit of balance, a little bit of both, a little bit of, and at the same time just going. That's the opposite of sitting around and looking at what's go or no go. Well, you gotta have some sense a little bit to say so. I'm not saying, but time and experience and things will knock it in your head regardless. Look, I'm saying if it ain't me or somebody else or you yourself to your, you know what I'm saying. If it ain't your mother, if it ain't somebody gonna knock some sense to your mind. If you're slacking or goofing off in a certain area too much, you will be told. You will be reminded that thousands of times before you meet your demise. You're for certain thing like yeah, 4, 6, 7, 3, 2, 1, 5. I think that insane houses where you're fully rounded, where you can't be fooled or be let off somewhere else because you didn't came across a certain knowledge, certain for yourself. If you ain't the one that brought it down here, saying with your body, with your every aspect of yourself and yourselves, however best way your body can, but not everybody receives it well all the time. But it's not meant to be like that. Sometimes it is what that's my figure eight teacher. It is just I'm gonna call it, man. Shit, it is what it is, bro. It's, so when somebody just ain't going for their or like just completely disconnected from Eric, you can see it through their aura and their body and expressions and everything that they do. they're not invested into self learn. Okay, now some people may hide these things. Like, yeah, I'll do that. what what a nerd. What a that's some shit like. But yet behind closed doors, they'll be doing it all the time. They'll just they better at some people have better at hiding certain things than others. And who taught man? You didn't tell yourself. The fuck, you the one that gotta tell. You gotta get good at talking. Who don't got a relationship with themselves and shit. At least you knowing how to get along with others and stuff, but that don't always mean your energy going. Like you always gotta put yourself out there in the world, test your energy out and your space in certain things or whatever. So if you get caught you got caught changing that tire. It's like it's not good on both. All right, I don't went too far off. Let me come back to her. I've developed shit, developed harder age, tougher skin around it. To know that whatever I'm talking about, it's there. It's there. I'll just build the pieces and to show. You know what I'm saying? Show myself because I'm the one trying to be. It's like I'm the one trying to do that. I'm doing that all day. I'm definitely trying to see what that's about. I ain't getting disconnected for none of that. So, yeah, certain, whatever you do, whatever you're doing, at whatever time you you was at last year, right now, you're practicing a ceremony. So make sure perform. And we do this all year round, all cycle round. Mm-hmm. See, 9 times out of 10, try to have a wake up with that intent. Like it don't matter what's going on, you gotta be strong. So even if you ain't like we can be weak, like but two weak motherfuckers can become strong. You know what I'm saying? So no, saying is motherfucking. Saying get led to that promise, man. You don't get led on to that promise, man. Cause you will make it. Just keep swimming, whatever. Boating. Shit. I think dude was talking to themselves right there when they said, "Yo," and looking back, you realize how you missed that opportunity. So, saying, Dude, stop. So you on your way. You know what? That's that knee slide. Oh. Mm. Take you back in time. Baby, all the time. No, 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 no. You can take this from me. It don't matter what. It don't matter what. No, spot. Mm. Something like that. Well, you better know it. This time, bitch, we don't know it. Well, you better know it. 'Cause around this time, bitch, we don't know it. You come back loaded. Every time you go, what? Come back on. Every time you go, wait, you go on a mission, babe. Talking to my guy. I don't know, no, you don't know why. It's improvising. Really, somebody can put. If you hear that anyone else again, you know where it comes from. If you hear remixed or in any way, shape, or form, anywhere, you know where that comes from. Certain type of melody, a certain type of tune, sound, humming, whatever expression you do with sound, or it's coming from your vocal, throat, what is good box, sound box, whatever. And everybody got their own. It's like they don't have their own soul got its own, creates its own sound, creates its own. That's what. That's what. That's I also peeped into that. Observed that as a little young. Well, I won't now physically, but you know, that's something I was observing at a certain. Even it was, just know. Why you in a rush? Everybody around like create neither angelic or demonic. It's angelic and demonic shapes and forms, which is bodies, spaceships you take to take certain actions. Down are kind of looked at as either good or evil. But you know, certain people be getting away with certain nasty, crazy things. Just, but yeah, no, that only leads you to doing certain things. That can only lead you to like, yeah, having a certain energy where you probably never be nowhere. Even if you are, even if like in this world you are surrounded by gold or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter as long as you're not in this spiritual space. It's like you're not actually in that gold. It's just a spit shine turd. It's in reverse. It's like it's, several bodies down there just. And that's no. So everybody got to invert it. We all got to invert each other. So it's like, so you motherfuckers like that can learn from motherfuckers that ain't got it or got it out the straight up know how to make nothing look like something. What I'm saying that but that's the mentality that that's what they'll be kind of working with people who's already by default born in these things or whatever. And all they whatever they uphill they daily uphill battle is trying to obtain more more mentalities to be more. That's what makes them feel rich, because everything around that's just like normal to them because they always been around it. Somebody that don't got to know how to see all that and be like, oh, you this and that. You ain't doing this and that. If I had what you had, oh my motherfucking Blockbuster hits every day. And I wasn't even around Blockbuster Day. I mean, I probably was just little though. So, when was that, 90s? Whatever. Some of y'all little, yeah. You gotta carry away. Some of y'all so schedule for every days. Got to Golden Arch, McDonald's, waistline, whatever. All year round. That's all you know. Like today, sun and moon is McDonald's. You gotta watch it down here. You got, and I'm here. That's why. That's why you see them. So you got to see. I ain't going. I ain't about to. This energy ain't go nowhere fucking else but for just keep bringing more of that those stuff in the dark into light. No matter, cause all we got here is time and existence. Good, so and you're in there right now. If you know how to tap into you already know what that mentality is. Whether you got it or not, you know how to always spark that motherfucking jet up, man. That affects the zombie on push or whatever. Let's say as soon as your spirit became inhabitable with that space, boom, got the keys to that thing. South side, south side of north, east, west, all the damn sides. Bitch, we all play a part. Bitches gonna get dark. Bitches gonna get dark. Alright. That's an allegory to talk about. It could be in the. That's the only way it plays out. Like killing those thoughts in the fourth, fifth, sixth dimension. See, I no longer think that way. Now y'all just send someone like, well, now what? That's when y'all gotta just work with what's available to you at your period of time, at your location, at wherever time you're receiving this message. It's not angel. No, it's just seven. No, it's not even that. Vert can be up or time. If you make every, skip or, miss a spot, as long as your goal is always, and your goal is just like go on trainer at the moment with your is that way of know-how, that surety of, man, and why the fuck would things be any other way if nobody is out to get you? And they better not be. Cause they man, good talk. Like tonight, it's just broad though. So sometimes it push me all by myself, man. But not for long, not for life. I'm saying, and I'm just playing. I ain't like acting the same. But y'all know how it be. If you deep into the work, you know how it be. You make great fucking friends, friends in. So you gotta know what you created. That's a dang. That shit. Yo, like people any you put people wherever, like in action of anything they do, anything anybody does, whether you blood or not, you can put them anywhere else you fucking want if you choose to. So somebody can go from being your motherfucking brother to your motherfucking worst enemy in a heartbeat and no longer relate just because because of certain things I already kind of be in because of TV and shit. Saying just by default already into. I'm not saying y'all, like we, like everybody. Just, once you come to work, talk about from certain perspectives of where I was, where I am today. I'm no longer tomorrow. Where I am tomorrow, I'm no longer there in the future. Oh, where you at? You can't. That's that's what don't. That's what's happening simultaneously. That's what's now. So whenever you're just in a space of looking like, or in the space of being busy, being working with energies, and energies can just be anybody. Person can be any. The person is an energy. Person is they thoughts and what makes them up. And so you're surrounded by it 24/7. So if you make that your lifestyle, think about it. You are in your glory 24/7. If you get into whatever, like this kind of mind stuff, you can develop your own self. I'm not even telling you to take this. I'm telling you, go and create your own one. So, but be sure it's here. So see it and observe it together. So we can all see it to the end. To the end. No fucking gutter starts screeching. Shit. About to leave in the wind. Scary movie face. So scary. I'm scary y'all at you because you. No, I'm saying scary is what you ain't willing to motherfucking endure or go through to prove it to yourself whether you can do it or not. Just motherfucking do it. And just because you fucked up, you can't do it at a certain. You don't like your current art or whatever you got going, or you can see improvement. Well, you can love it or whatever the fuck. However, you should always, no matter what, be will truly go like be like, you know what I mean? Because it's some saying you ain't got time to be thinking about what anything thinks or feels about it. you too deep into certain spaces, man. It's just, but you know how to flow back up to the surface, or you come back, see everybody, whatever the hell going on. That's whenever I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, but whenever you working certain things for change, so everybody just. Nobody, nobody. Yeah, wow, yeah, it's safe, man. But